Hey everybody, welcome back to another LEGO Room update. Jordan here. Today we're going to be updating one of the shelves in the LEGO Room, specifically the one that has all the Brickheadz. It's a pretty cool display. It actually uses one of the IKEA half-billy shelves and then a bunch of these right here. This is a custom brick-built display that does a really good job of displaying Brickheadz. Brickheadz are super cool. They're like pretty affordable and they look awesome. I love how they come with the custom print pieces as well. You can see our display right here. It's actually currently has 3 of those custom built brick stands. You know, I was trying to figure out how to display them prior to making these, and I was like, oh man, these things take up so much room because of the base that they sit on. How can we condense them? I needed some sort of tiered system. I used acrylic risers, and then Jose actually came up with the idea. She's like, why don't we just build something with Lego, and why don't we build it in all black? Because Brickheadz are very colorful and they will pop off the black displays. And I was like, yeah, that's a really good idea. So we constructed a custom one, and then eventually we had 2, and then eventually we had 3, and now today we're going to be adding a 4th one to this display because we have the 2023 Brickheadz on hand. For a while there, the LEGO group wasn't really producing very many pop culture related Brickheadz, and I was sort of sad because those are the ones that I like to collect. But then on January 1st, 2023, they're like, boom, we're going to give you a Star Wars one, which is the Tusken Raider. Also, we're going to give you Lord of the Rings. I was like, oh man, for sure got to get those because I don't have any Lord of the Rings Brickheadz because it's the first time they ever created them. On the right side here, we got Frodo and Gollum. Then we have Balrog and Gandalf the Grey. That is super cool. And then we have Aragorn and also Arwen, the Tusken Raider from Star Wars, and then also one that I haven't created. This was from last year. We've got Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader. I can't believe I haven't created that one yet. That is insane. So yeah, today we're going to be building all of these, and then we're going to be putting them on display using our newly built custom display stand. First up, I decided to build this one here, which is Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. The Darth Vader looks so awesome. I love his custom print pieces there. There's actually quite a few of them, right? The 1x2 tile, the 1x4 tile, that triangular tile, and then also the curved slope on the top of his head there. He looks really good. I mean, it's what you would expect for a Darth Vader Brickhead, and same with the Obi-Wan. I mean, when reviewing these things, there's not much to say because they're pretty similar to the other ones. I like Obi-Wan's beard though, looks pretty fantastic. Hey, you know what we should do is compare the other Darth Vader with this newer Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan show. I'd say it's a pretty big improvement. Hey, that's a nice upgrade. This one here has a different print piece. It has the 2x3 tile in the center there, and look at his eyes, not nearly as good as the updated version. But the forehead curved slope piece is the same, and so is the triangular tile that represents his mouth/breather. Definitely a substantial upgrade though. Like, his eyes look so much better with those 2 1x2 dark red curved slopes and that connector element between them. Oh yes, and he's just taller, which makes more sense because Darth Vader is a tall guy, so he should be taller than your average Brickhead, right? The back of it sort of represents that height difference. You can see the different parts used. So there we go. We got Darth Vader and also Obi-Wan Kenobi. I actually really like the fact that they made a Tusken Raider. I've actually been saying that they should do this for quite some time. He looks pretty spot on. I like his eyes there, and also the 1x1 printed tiles on his torso, his weapon, and then he also has a blaster or rifle on his back there. It's pretty basic build, but looks like a Tusken Raider, so that's a job well done. So our first Lord of the Rings one is Aragorn and Arwen. Yeah, this is actually a pretty neat 2-pack, better than I thought, specifically because the chrome pieces for their crown, also their print pieces are really nice. You can see the shield tile on his forehead there, or part of his crown, and then the 2x4 tile there, and also a large sword for Aragorn. I love his beard as well. Is well crafted with brackets actually, so some good part usage there. He's got his cape back there, then we've got Arwen right here, a nice green color once again, some of those chrome pieces there, and she also comes with a nice print piece on her forehead. So pretty nice one there, and I like how they use the chrome elements, and they do a good job of representing the 2 characters. Here we have Frodo and Gollum. Gollum is pretty basic. He's got some 1x4 printed tiles there though, and some 1x3s to represent his sparse hair. He's holding a fish. There he is. Pretty basic build. And then we have Frodo here. He's got a nice printed tile once again. I love how they all come with printed tiles. That's awesome. What makes some of them so valuable, he's also holding the ring and he has his sword there. Yeah, there we go. Frodo and Gollum. Saving the best for last, also the biggest, we've got Gandalf the Grey and Balrog with 348 pieces. However, they do not come with printed pieces, which is a letdown, but hey, look at the piece difference, right? This one's got 261, this one's got 348. Generally speaking, the 2 packs go for about 20 bucks and the individual ones go for about $10 in the United States, which really isn't too bad. That's why I like Brickheadz. They're very affordable and they come with some good pieces and represent good characters and build a good display when they're all together, and it's easy to acquire a lot of them with a decent budget, right? I'm honestly a huge fan of them. So we've got Balrog. He is a beast. Oh my gosh, he looks so good. The black and all of the red, orange, and yellow colors, also with some transparent pieces there. He's got his mouth with his teeth and his yellow eyes, his whip, and then his large head element there that's topped with some of those transparent cheese slopes in red, and some detail on the side of his legs there. His wings do have a slight range of motion here, as they are just connected using some connector elements. And his tail extends off the back of him pretty far, and you can see there's several different points of articulation on his tail there. It's going to make it rather difficult to display because he's so wide, but this tail could just be tucked up like that there. So it's not too deep. He's definitely going to have to go on the back row of one of our displays, I think, and he's pretty much going to take up the space for 2. So he should. Balrog is massive, right? It's not to scale because look at that. Gandalf's pretty much as tall as him. Gandalf the Grey, though, I like his hat, his beard, he's got his staff, his sword. Yeah, you shall not pass. I love his hair as well, and the way they make his cloak, or robes, or whatever you want to call them. There we go, we got Gandalf the Grey and also Balrog. So a great addition to the Lord of the Rings lineup, and I cannot wait to see what else they come out with here in 2023 for Lord of the Rings. Yeah, so not a bad lineup so far for 2023, specifically with the Brickheadz. They look really good, and I already know that we're going to be getting more. Included in that is some of the Disney 100th anniversary ones, which is pretty awesome. You know what? It looks like we're going to need more space for Brickheadz eventually. Luckily right now we have this display open, so I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay for 2023, I hope. So here is the custom display that's going to accommodate all of those new Brickheadz. You know what? I've made some videos on these before explaining how I build them, but I still get some questions about how I build them and where they came from. Well, they're 100% custom from my own parts and my own inventory. I just built 1 and then ordered some more parts to build 2 and then 3, and now we have 4. Every time we build them a little bit differently. But you can see the back row of bricks here is actually 8 bricks tall. We've got our stands or our plates that are tiled off for support there, and those go on top of the rows of bricks and up from there. And then we've got some back support that just supports the whole thing, almost like a staircase. The plates are 6 studs wide, and they actually don't support the back brick. You can see that. The brick is actually supported by the frame, and essentially you build this staircase and then you just put the plates on top, and you can see how it's supported in the back here. We ran out of 2x bricks on this one. Like I said, everything is built differently. We got a combination of 1x bricks and 2x bricks there. We like using 2x bricks, but if you have 1x bricks, it works as well. And this time around, we put some supports which are built into the bricks, and then the supports are a combination of Technic, just any color of 2x4 bricks with a pillar in the back there. And to keep this one a little bit lighter, because the other ones are all solid brick, we actually used window frames. Makes it much lighter. Actually, Simon came up with that. He's like, hey man, we should use these window frames that you have a lot of. And I was like, that's a great idea. does the same job of supporting it, and it keeps the weight down and also uses way less pieces. But I mean, you can build this however you want. If you want to build one of these, or sorry, if you want to build two of these like we did, or have three of them, you can do that. You can have them all cross-connected if you want, but this is pretty solid. You can pick it up, you can move it around. In fact, you can even move them around when they're loaded full of brickheads. But yeah, it's just one of those builds that we really just threw together one day. Didn't really have a plan, just sort of threw it together and made sure it was solid and worked and did a good job displaying them. It's just a basic staircase technique. And I think it does a fantastic job of displaying the brickheads, and most importantly, does a great job of conserving room here on the shelves in the Lego room. Okie dokie, now that we have all of those built and our brickhead display stand is ready to go, it's time to change up our display in the Lego room here, because we're gonna have to do a new order. There's no room for Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader in the Star Wars section, because as you can see, they're all sorted by theme. So then when new ones come out, it's like the domino effect. We have to pretty much redo everything to make sure that Disney's grouped with Disney and Marvel's grouped with Marvel, Star Wars is grouped with Star Wars, etc. And now we have a new theme, Lord of the Rings. So we're gonna have to come up with a new layout here on the brickhead display. As I was building the new brickhead display, I remembered that I have all of these ones up top here as well on the bulkhead. There's all the pets. You know what? I don't think I'm going to be keeping any of the pets just because we don't have the display room for them. This doesn't really make sense. Although I do like these pandas here. They're pretty cute. And I think the witch and the clown should stay in our collection as well. I just can't reach them right now because the city's sort of in the way. In order to get up there and reach them, I'd have to stand on the city. And I don't feel like doing that right now just to extract the witch and the clown. But hey, check it out. I made the new display and I think it looks a lot better. But I will say there are some open spots on the display specifically for future expansion. I've learned my lesson. I don't want to jam the display full and then have to redo it every time there's new brickheads. So I actually consolidated all the Disney ones together. So we got Ariel, Ursula, Buzz, Woody, Bo Peep, Chip and Dale, Huey, Dewey and Louie, Scrooge, Captain Salazar, and also Jack Sparrow. It's got some princesses, Beauty and the Beast, Frozone, Honey, where's my super suit? Donald Duck, Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, Daisy. The Harry Potter ones up top here, there's two different Hagrids. One of them came in the 4-pack with the students, and the other one was a promo that came with Buckbeak. Then we got Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, a Monkey Kid one there, and then the 3-pack of the Harry Potter ones. Actually, I got to get the Professors still. I don't have that 3-pack yet. I guess I should have left some expansion room here in the Harry Potter section. Right below that, we've got the Minions and also Gandalf. Didn't fit on the shelf with Balrog because Balrog is massive, but he's beside Gollum, Frodo, Aragorn, and Arwen. And then we have DC. There's only 5 in the DC, 6 in the DC collection. And these are technically Lego Movie, actually. We got the Joker and Robin, Aquaman, Batman, and Batgirl. After DC, we transition into more superheroes. We've got Marvel ones up here. Actually, not a huge collection of Marvel. But I don't think there's a ton in the Marvel collection. I mean, there's definitely more than this. But either way, we got Hulk, Black Widow, Groot, Rocket Raccoon, Star-Lord, Thanos, Iron Man, Captain America. Then we've got Star Wars. Maybe the Star Wars Marvel rack should go there instead. Sort of matches up with Disney better. I don't know, there's some cool ones on that rack as well. But then Star Wars, we got Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi, a Stormtrooper, Darth Vader again, Sith Trooper, Kylo, a whole bunch of them. Ahsoka, Boba Fett, The Mandalorian, Finn, Yoda, Luke, Leia, Chewbacca, Rey, Captain Phasma. Down here, we've got some holiday ones. I remembered that I had some holiday ones elsewhere. Mr. and Mrs. Claus, the Nutcracker, the reindeer and the 2 elves, and then unfortunately Blue and Owen got tucked down here. Blue's got a big tail, so he's got to go on the top row because there's a little bit of clearance there for him, and it doesn't really belong on that top row. I guess I could put him on that top row, but Buckbeak also belongs on the top row as well. But down here there's more random ones, such as the custom one, which I think we got from Rebrickable. That's the Santa Claus Mickey, and then also the Grinch as well. And to finish it off, we got Krusty the Clown, Homer, Slimer, and Venkman, and the Demogorgon, along with 11 from Stranger Things. So there we go. That is the new and improved Brickhead display, but we've got some open spaces there for future expansion, which is good. Specifically, up here, there's going to be the new 3-pack coming out for the 100th anniversary of Disney. So we are ready for that, which is awesome. And there's more spots that are open there as well, so that's good. Sort of future-proof our Brickhead display. Everybody, that's about it for today. Just wanted to show you those new Brickheads and the new and improved display. Thank you so much for coming on by. Remember, like, subscribe, and stay tuned.